Hospital resources are already stretched thin, and we've now surpassed a critical threshold. If this trend continues, North Texas could see new restrictions soon. Alex Rozier explains.
It's as bad as it has been, and it's going to get worse.
For the third consecutive day, more than 15% of North Texas hospital beds are now taken up by patients fighting the coronavirus. If that number remains above 15% for 7 days, a governor's order requires this 19-county region to roll back restaurants to 50% capacity, and bars must close.
Right now, all of Texas is hit hard. All of the nation is hit hard.
Mark Casanova is the president of the Dallas County Medical Society.
The House of Medicine, as I lovingly refer to us, is not often in a position to ask for help. We're usually there to serve. We're delving out guidance and counsel to promote health. But we desperately need help right now.
Right now is a time for sacrifice and patriotism.
Dallas County Judge Clay Jenkins says it doesn't help that it's getting colder. More people are gathering indoors at bars and restaurants, and families will soon gather too. Potentially travel for upcoming holidays.
We have a lot of things going against us. What we have going for us are two things, really. One is that vaccine's coming, but it's not here yet. And the other thing is the spirit of Texans. Do not give up. Be sacrificial, be patriotic, avoid those crowds, postpone those get-togethers, and wear your mask.
9 months into the pandemic, medical leaders are preparing for more problems.
There's no doubt in my mind about it that our numbers will continue to increase in the coming weeks and coming months.
That's why help from the public can go a long way.
Let's buckle up. Let's get strong. Let's support each other, and we can do this.
In Dallas, I'm Alex Rozier.
The city of Dallas is rolling out a program to help people who are struggling to get to a COVID testing site. Residents can schedule an appointment for a free in-home test between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Just call the number on your screen to make an appointment. Now, the company can only do 60 tests a day, so keep that in mind. Results from these tests are usually available within a couple of days. If you're worried you might have been exposed to coronavirus on Thanksgiving, doctors say wait until at least Tuesday to get tested. Even then, it might still be too soon to tell if you've been infected. They say ideally you should quarantine for 14 days and get tested 2 or 3 times during that span.
Thanksgiving holiday rush return home is on, with today expected to be the busiest day yet for travel. ABC's Owen Lopez is in Atlanta with how airports and airlines are balancing crowds and COVID.
This morning, experts fear travelers could fuel a new spike in COVID-19 cases on what could be the busiest travel day this week. Today alone, the nation's airports expecting to see more than 1 million travelers, bracing for scenes like this one in Phoenix just days ago. Gates packed with little to no social distancing.
We're going to feel those effects in 2 or 3 weeks. Increased cases, increased hospitalizations, and increased deaths.
Everyone's wearing their masks.
Sarah Cooney, like millions of others, flew home for Thanksgiving, despite warnings from the CDC urging Americans to stay put.
I think I feel the same level of stress that I feel like, honestly, going to the grocery store.
Some passengers taking the risk while following every CDC guideline, but the one not to travel. Still, compared to last year, fewer Americans are taken to the skies or hitting the roads. An estimated 48 million Americans expected to travel by car this holiday, down just 4% from this time last year. And GPS giant Waze now changing their software not only to keep drivers updated on road closures, but also on COVID-19 testing sites and food banks to help keep Americans safe this holiday season. Here at the Atlanta airport, they're expecting to end this week with 1.1 million passengers in just 6 days. That's down up to 35% compared to this time last year. Elwin Lopez, ABC News, Atlanta.
All right, so let's turn to the COVID crisis here in North Texas. Tarrant County will resume reporting numbers today. Yesterday, Dallas County reported 982 new cases and 4 deaths. Collin County had 684 new cases. Denton County's numbers much lower and no new deaths. These numbers are likely all impacted by gaps in testing and delays in lab work because of the holiday. Hospitalizations are on the rise as well. More than 15% of hospital beds in our region are now taken up by COVID patients. So if we remain at or above 15% for another 5 straight days, some of the state's reopening guidelines will roll back. On Wednesday, 6 of the state's 22 hospital regions were at or above 15%. Now that's nearly double. The CDC has called an emergency meeting for Tuesday to vote on who should be the first to get the vaccine when approved. Tops on the list have to be frontline healthcare workers and support personnel. It will likely also include people living in nursing homes. The time right now is 8:04.
All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rather in this truth. All right, peace and salutations to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Zalik also. All right, so it's going to be a quick little morning hitter, all right, as you've seen in that video that was put together. All right, this so-called, you know what I'm saying, pandemic that's going on, you know what I'm saying, it's really of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai it's a pestilence, all right, to destroy you people's minds, all right, because the majority of the people's mind is nowhere near Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus, all right. And because of this, you know what I'm saying, the only people who are going to be exempt from the times to come is the elect, all right? Those that are sighing and crying, calling an election short, all right? And, you know what I'm saying, lifting up their voices like a trumpet, meaning the men, all right? Not the women, but more so the men, all right? Those that are, you know what I'm saying, as it says in Ezekiel 9:4, which I'm finna get also, but I'm going to open up with this right here. This is Zephaniah 3:5. It reads, the just Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. All right, so everything that goes on in the earth is because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying, ordained it to go on in the earth. All right, and the precept to that, let me get it right quick. All right, this is Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17. It say, this matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it the basis of men. All right, so Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying, ordains what goes on in this earth. All right, and at the end it says it set it up over it the basis of men. All right, and the basis of men is Esau, Edom. All right. It tells you that in Job chapter 30, all right, that Esau is the base man on the planet, all right, but he's also in rulership, all right. That's in Job 9:24. When you go to Job chapter 9, verse 30, it say, when you start at the top, it say, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock, all right, because Esau is in the bestiality, all right. So, let me jump on down. Verse 3, well, I'm going to read it all. I'm going to read verse 2. It says, yeah, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. In whom old age was perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste. All right, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. All right, and that happened after the Roman Empire fell, all right. You Edomites got driven up into them caves, all right? And that's when you know what I'm saying, your beast-like, you in your beast-like state again, all right? Crawling on all fours, all right? Doing all kind of abominable, wicked acts, all right? Verse 6, and to prove that this is talking about Esau, it says, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks, all right? And this is why you so-called white people are called Caucasians, all right? Cave dwellers, all right? Verse 7, it say, among the bushes they braved, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. It's talking about the Edomites, all right? Children of fools, base men, all right? In verse 7, it say among the bushes they braved, so you devils wasn't even talking up in them caves, all right? You were communicating by hutting pretty much, you know what I'm saying, like a horse, all right? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai cast you back down to your beast-like state, all right, and then, you know what I'm saying, after your 1,000-year period was up, the dark ages, so to speak, all right, you came back out, all right, and through the Renaissance, you know what I'm saying, that's how you put yourself back up. And Yahweh Shema Shai had you to, you know what I'm saying, because it wasn't time for the kingdom to come, all right? And the scripture tell you Esau is going to be ruling when Yahweh Shema Shai returns, all right? That's 2 Ezra 6 and 9 when it tells you Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So before Jacob can rule, Esau is going to be ruling, all right? Jacob's kingdom is going to be everlasting, all right? But Esau's kingdom has to be thrown down, and the only one who can throw his kingdom down is the one who gave him the kingdom in the first place, which was Yahweh Shema Shai, all right? So that's why you're seeing these, you know what I'm saying, these devils, you know what I'm saying, being real deceptive with what they doing, all right? Let me get Job 9 and 24 also. All right, it say, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not where, then who is he? All right, and you find the wicked in Malachi chapter 1, on up in 4. It says, whereas Edom, and Esau is Edom, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Most High Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Most High Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, hath indignation forever. All right, so the powers of Israel hate you damn Edomites, all right? The scriptures also tell you he'll have war with Amalek from generation to generation. All right, Amalek is the chief house of Esau, all right? He's the top house of Esau, all right? And you read, when you go up to Malachi 1 and 3, it says, and I hated Esau, all right? And I laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness, all right? You go up to verse 2, it tells you, I have loved you, saith the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai. Yet you say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau. All right, so, you know what I'm saying? That's why these devils are coming with these, you know what I'm saying, this warp speed shit, all right? Because, you know what I'm saying, they know that they have but a short time, all right? The elite of E know this, all right? Let me get Ezekiel 9 and 4. All right. It say, and the Most High Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right, and this mark is not the same mark that it speaks of in Revelations 13 and 16, all right? That mark in Revelations 13 and 16 is talking about a charagma, all right, an incision cutting into the flesh, and that's the RFID microchip. That's the mark of the beast. This mark that it's speaking of right here is an exemption from judgment mark, all right? And you can find that out when you go to the blue letter Bible, all right? And then, you know what I'm saying, you just click on the mark and it shows you the distinctive, you know what I'm saying, definition of what that mark, particular mark means, all right? And you can do the same thing with Revelations 13 and 16, all right? All right, then verse 5, it say, and to the others, he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. All right, so if you don't have that mark of exempt from judgment, you know what I'm saying, this is what's coming your way. Verse 6, slay utterly, old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin in my sanctuary. All right, so those men who got their spiritual mark exemption from judgment, all right, they're going to be fine, all right? Esau's not going to be able to do nothing to them because Yahweh Shai is going to lift up that standard, all right? You know what I'm saying? The men of the Lord are going to get spiritual powers, you know what I'm saying, as well as Michael. And the angels are going to defend the men of the Lord, all right? We're not going to have to, you know what I'm saying, go through, you know what I'm saying, the punishment that the 2/3 are going to go through, all right? Now, are we going to be tested? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, Yahweh Shai said he's going to keep us from the hour of temptation. All right, so he's going to put the spirit on the elect to endure and overcome. But you 2/3 are going to fall by the sword, which is Esau. All right, and that's Psalm 17 and 13. All right, Esau is the sword of the Most High. All right, it's also in Isaiah when it tells you Esau is the rod, is the Assyrian, the rod of Yahweh Shema Shai. Let me see. Yeah, it say, O Assyrian, the rod of my anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. I will send him against an hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire in the streets. All right, so 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are going to get stomped out like the shit in the street because Yahweh Shema Shai is going to put the spirit on Esau to do it. All right. Y'all are enemies to Yahweh Shema Shai, the 2/3, all right? That's why he says he's going to ease himself of his adversaries, all right? You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, this shit that Esau was doing, you know what I'm saying, it's just a a ploy, you know what I'm saying, to, getting you people's mind. All right, let me go to Hebrews 10 and 31. And I'm all over the place, I know. It's edifying. All right, this is Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 31. It say, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. All right, so, I'm saying, if you ain't on the righteous side, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh Shem Shai is going to choose your delusions, all right, and that's what he's going to bring upon you to destroy you, all right. This is Isaiah 66 and 4. They say, I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before mine eyes and chose that in which I delighted not, all right. So your worst fears are coming upon you, all right. It's funny as hell to see you jakes running around with these fucking masks on your face, all right. You got you niggas throwing parties and all of this shit, doing all your wickedness with a goddamn mask on, showing you how Esau, you know what I'm saying, and tricked and got you niggas ready. All right, Yahweh Shem Shai got you ready ultimately, but, you know what I'm saying, Esau is going to, you know what I'm saying, lay that judgment down on you, because Yahweh Shem Shai is going to make him do it, all right? So I'm going to read one more and I'm going to close it out. This is Daniel 12 and 10. It say, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. And this is talking about the 2/3, all right, because understanding is only given to the house of Israel, all right? The scripture tell you he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes, his judgments. He had not dealt so with any of the nations, all right? Also in Amos 3, when they say, hear the word of the Most High, you only of the families of the earth have I known. Therefore I will punish you for your iniquity. So Yahweh Shem Shai, the God of Israel, only deals with Israel. So the only people that can understand Yahweh Shem Shai is Israel, but on this side, only the elect. The rest, you know what I'm saying? It says, but the wicked shall do wickedly, all right? As for these other nations as well, they're considered the wicked, all right? The wicked is Esau, but these other nations are wicked as hell, and they're wicked as well, and they're going to be destroyed and judged as well, all right? This whole fucking earth is going to be judged, and it's going to be put in righteousness under Yahweh Shem Shai, you know what I'm saying, and the 144 under them. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? They got this shit, you know what I'm saying, set up. You know what I'm saying? They got, what did Trump say? He should be ready to roll the week after Thanksgiving. All right. Then I read another article. It said Pfizer had its vaccine arrive in the United States from Belgium or some shit like that. So it's here. All right. It's pretty much here. You know what I'm saying? Esau didn't let you niggas celebrate Thanksgiving. All right. And let all you motherfuckers travel and pile up and shit so he can, you know what I'm saying, say these numbers have spiked, you know what I'm saying, and have a reason to lock this shit down and have an even greater reason, you know what I'm saying, to jab you, all right? And that's what this devil is trying to do ultimately, all right? So nevertheless, you know what I'm saying, to the elect of Israel, you know what I'm saying, we in it, you know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shem Shai is going to make sure we see this shit, all right? We got to stay prayed up and stay, you know what I'm saying, on top of our game. You know what I'm saying? And Avaratazah, Yahweh Shem Shai, we be of that number, all right? So I'm going to close out with that. Give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. And double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and well in this truth. Shalom.